The impeller of a centrifugal pump may have A. volute casing, B. volute casing with guide blades, C. vortex casing, D. any one of these. The correct answer is any one of these. Kinematic similarity is said to exist between the model and the prototype if both of them A. have identical velocities, B. are equal in size and shape, C. are identical in shape but differ only in size, D. have identical forces. The correct answer is have identical velocities. A reciprocating pump is suitable for less discharge and higher heads. A. true, B. false, C. D. The correct answer is true. The flow ratio of Francis turbine is defined as the ratio of the A. velocity of flow at inlet to the theoretical jet velocity, B. theoretical velocity of jet to the velocity of flow at inlet, C. velocity of runner at inlet to the velocity of flow at inlet, D. none of the above. The correct answer is velocity of flow at inlet to the theoretical jet velocity. Dynamic similarity is said to exist between the model and the prototype if both of them A. have identical velocities, B. are equal in size and shape, C. are identical in shape but differ only in size, D. none of the above. The correct answer is none of the above. A draft tube is used with impulse turbines. A. yes, B. no, C. D. The correct answer is no. A hydraulic ram is a device used to A. store the energy of water, B. increase the pressure of water, C. to lift water from deep wells, D. to lift small quantity of water to a greater height when a large quantity of water is available at a smaller height. The correct answer is to lift small quantity of water to a greater height when a large quantity of water is available at a smaller height. Overall efficiency of a centrifugal pump is the ratio of A. energy available at the impeller to the energy supplied to the pump by the prime mover, B. actual work done by the pump to the energy supplied to the pump by the prime mover, C. energy supplied to the pump to the energy available at the impeller, D. manometric head to the energy supplied by the impeller per kN of water. The correct answer is actual work done by the pump to the energy supplied to the pump by the prime mover. In an inward flow reaction turbine, A. the water flows parallel to the axis of the wheel, B. the water enters at the center of the wheel and then flows towards the outer periphery of the wheel, C. the water enters the wheel at the outer periphery and then flows towards the center of the wheel, D. the flow of water is partly radial and partly axial. The correct answer is the water enters the wheel at the outer periphery and then flows towards the center of the wheel. The working of which of the following hydraulic units is based on Pascal's law? A. airlift pump, B. jet pump, C. hydraulic coupling, D. hydraulic press. The correct answer is hydraulic press. The hydraulic efficiency of a reaction turbine is the ratio of A. power produced by the turbine to the energy actually supplied by the turbine, B. actual work available at the turbine to energy imparted to the wheel, C. work done on the wheel to the energy or head of water actually supplied to the turbine, D. none of the above. The correct answer is work done on the wheel to the energy or head of water actually supplied to the turbine. In order to avoid cavitation in centrifugal pumps, A. the suction pressure should be high, B. the delivery pressure should be high, C. the suction pressure should be low, D. the delivery pressure should be low. The correct answer is the suction pressure should be high. A hydraulic intensifier is a device used to increase the intensity of pressure of water by means of energy available from a large quantity of water at a low pressure. A. Correct. B. Incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. The discharge through a reaction turbine with the increase in unit speed. A. Remains same. B. Increases. C. Decreases. D. The correct answer is decreases. In a mixed flow reaction turbine, the flow of water is partly radial and partly axial. A. Correct. B. Incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. A Pelton wheel with one nozzle is preferred for a specific speed between 35 to 60 r.p.m. A. True. B. False. C. D. The correct answer is false. Which of the following pump is generally used to pump highly viscous fluid? A. Centrifugal pump. B. Reciprocating pump. C. Airlift pump. D. Screw pump. The correct answer is screw pump. The overall efficiency of an impulse turbine is the ratio of the actual power produced by the turbine to the energy actually supplied by the turbine. A. Yes. B. No. C. D. The correct answer is yes. By fitting an air vessel to the reciprocating pump, there is always a saving of work done and subsequently saving of power. The saving in case of a double-acting reciprocating pump is A. 39.2, B. 48.8, C. 84.8, D. 88.4. The correct answer is 39.2. In a reciprocating pump, air vessels are used to A. Smoothen the flow, B. Reduce suction head, C. Increase delivery head, D. Reduce acceleration head. The correct answer is reduce acceleration head. In a Francis turbine, the pressure at inlet is that at outlet. A. Less than, B. More than, C. D. The correct answer is more than. If the ratios of the corresponding forces acting at corresponding points are equal, then the model and the prototype are said to have A. Geometric similarity, B. Kinematic similarity, C. Dynamic similarity, D. None of these. The correct answer is dynamic similarity. A Pelton wheel working under a constant head and discharge has maximum efficiency when the speed ratio is A. 0.26, B. 0.36, C. 0.46, D. 0.56. The correct answer is 0.46. By fitting an air vessel to the reciprocating pump, there is always a saving of work done and subsequently saving of power. This saving in case of a single acting reciprocating pump is A. 39.2, B. 48.8, C. 84.8, D. 88.4. The correct answer is 84.8. If the Francis turbine is run below 50% head for a long period, it will not only lose its efficiency but also the cavitation danger will become more serious. A. Agree. B. Disagree. C. D. The correct answer is agree. In a Francis turbine runner, the number of blades are generally between A. 2 to 4, B. 4 to 8, C. 8 to L6, D. 16 to 24. The correct answer is 16 to 24. The relation between hydraulic efficiency H, mechanical efficiency M, and overall efficiency O is A. HOXM, B. MOXH, C. OHXM, D. None of these. The correct answer is OHXM. A Kaplan turbine is an axial flow reaction turbine. A. Correct. B. Incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. A Pelton wheel develops 1750 kilowatts under a head of 100 meters while running at 200 rpm and discharging 2500 liters of water per second. The unit speed of the wheel is A 10 rpm, B 20 rpm, C 40 rpm, D 80 rpm. The correct answer is 20 rpm. The hydraulic efficiency of an impulse turbine is maximum when velocity of wheel is of the jet velocity. A 1/4, B 1/2, C 3/4, D double. The correct answer is 1/2. The specific speed of a hydraulic turbine depends upon A. Speed and power developed, B. Discharge and power developed, C. Speed and head of water, D. Speed, power developed and head of water. The correct answer is speed, power developed and head of water. The depth of the bucket for a Pelton wheel is generally the diameter of jet. A equal to B 1.2 times, C 1.8 times, D double. The correct answer is 1.2 times. An impulse turbine is used for A. Low head of water, B. High head of water, C. Medium head of water, D. High discharge. The correct answer is high head of water. The efficiency of jet propulsion for a ship with inlet orifices at right angles to the direction of motion of ship will be maximum when the relative velocity of the jet and ship is equal to twice the velocity of the ship. A. Yes, B. No, C, D. The correct answer is yes. The cavitation in reaction turbines is avoided to a great extent by A. Installing the turbine below the tail race level, B. Using stainless steel runner of the turbine, C. Providing highly polished blades to the runner, D. All of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Which type of the pump is different from others in the same group? A. Screw pump, B. Gear pump, C. Cam and piston pump, D. Plunger pump. The correct answer is plunger pump. The power developed by a turbine is where H head of water under which the turbine is working. A. Directly proportional to H12, B. Inversely proportional to H12, C. Directly proportional to H32, D. Inversely proportional to H32. The correct answer is directly proportional to H32. A jet of water enters and leaves a fixed curved vane tangentially. The force of jet along perpendicular to the vane is 0. A. True, B. False, C, D. The correct answer is false. In a mixed flow centrifugal pump, the flow through the impeller is a combination of radial and axial flows. A. Correct, B. Incorrect, C, D. The correct answer is correct. A Pelton wheel is A. Tangential flow impulse turbine, B. Inward flow impulse turbine, C. Outward flow impulse turbine, D. Inward flow reaction turbine. The correct answer is tangential flow impulse turbine. Power required to drive a centrifugal pump is proportional to N3. A. Directly, B. Inversely, C, D. The correct answer is directly. A Pelton wheel develops 1750 kilowatts under a head of 100 meters while running at 200 rpm and discharging 2500 liters of water per second. The unit discharge of wheel is A. 0.25 m3s, B. 0.5 m3s, C. 1.5 m3s, D. 2.5 m3s. The correct answer is 0.25 m3s. Delivery head of a centrifugal pump is A. Directly proportional to n. B. Inversely proportional to n. C. Directly proportional to n2. D. Inversely proportional to n2. The correct answer is directly proportional to n2.